Hi everyone, I'm Matt Gash with SoundersFC.com here in Foxboro, Massachusetts, where tomorrow night, right here at Gillette Stadium, the Sounders take on the New England Revolution.
It's always a tough game coming out to New England. You know that they're gonna fight, and they haven't had the best results this year, but they're a team that needs results. So they're fighting, trying to get back into it, and this is a big game for us. We need 3 points.
A quick glance at the two rosters would imply that this match would pit Santa Niasi against his twin brother Saini. However, the brothers, along with New England's Kenny Mansally, are away with the Gambian national team.
It seems like every time we play New England, Sana and Saini don't get a chance to play against each other because maybe one's not starting or now they're both not here. But, you know, it just alters the game in terms of just the workload. They had a game in midweek, you know, with Superliga with the final against Morelia. We had a game midweek as well with the Open Cup. So everybody's sort of on the same rhythm, so we got to see who's healthy.
In their previous meeting this year, Shalry Joseph was contained, and the Sounders dominated with a 3-0 victory at Qwest Field.
It's big time because he's their best player and he's the wheels behind the team and gets everything going. So if you can contain him a bit, I mean, you're not going to shut him down, but if you can just, you know, keep him playing backwards as much as possible, then that slows their offense down a bit. But they got other guys that are just as important.
You always know Shari's a big handful and somebody you always have to pay attention to. Set pieces and him kind of making late runs forward. He's able to get his head on a lot of balls and score some good goals. So that's somebody you really have to pay attention to.
Blaise Kufo didn't travel with the team because of a knee injury. This could give an opportunity for Nate Jakwa to see more time in the MLS after a 2-goal performance Wednesday night in a 3-1 Open Cup semifinal win over Qwest USA.
It's going to be a tough one, especially coming back right after a game, an emotional game on Wednesday, and definitely you got to look to play well, move the ball well. It's kind of a tight field, but take advantage of our opportunities.
Let's bring in the voice of the Sounders FC, Arlo White, for some keys to the match. And Arlo, New England is a team we handled pretty well back in Seattle, but one we struggled with last year. And you know, which New England team are we going to get today?
I think that's the million-dollar question. I think Steve Nicol would like to know from week to week which New England team is going to turn up. I think one of the, not an advantage, but one of the levelers this week is whilst Seattle were playing against Qwest in the US Open Cup semi-final, a fine performance, a 3-1 victory with a close to full-strength team. New England were playing in this stadium behind us in the Superliga final against one of the Mexican powerhouses, and they lost that. So that might knock a bit of wind out of their sails. I mean, there's a bit of prize money at stake there as well, wasn't there? So they missed out on that. Recent form, not so great. They did have a bit of an upturn in fortunes, but that seems to have sort of tailed away again. I'm a big fan of Shalry Joseph. I think he's a very, very good player. In that 3-0 victory for the Sounders on that rip-roaring Saturday night when all three were scored in the first half in June, just before the World Cup break, one of the keys to that match was closing Joseph down, and that's what Patrick Iani, before he became a regular starter at centre defence, he was the holding midfielder, and he just followed Joseph everywhere. And Ziggy Schmidt has said he's probably on his day the best midfielder, central midfielder in the league. He distributes well, he's strong, he's a good leader, Shalry Joseph. He's had his personal problems this year which appear to be behind him, but Iani did a fantastic job on him that day, didn't give him any time to settle on the ball, and guess who's got that job this Saturday? It's the man who just covers every blade of grass, Ozzy Alonso, so we look for another big performance out of him.
Yeah, hard to think that if Patrick can do it, hard to think that Ozzy can't as well, right?
Absolutely. I mean, last Saturday against Freddie Ljungberg, he was terrific, and some of those hook sliding tackles that he did were memorable. And also at Starfire, okay, a smaller field, only just, but Nagamura was upset by his presence, wasn't he? And actually, offensively, we started to see the Ozzy Alonso that slides balls inside the fullbacks to the Zakawani and Fernandez very well. You can tell as well with Ozzy, he is itching to score a goal. He's starting to loosen up and to fire in from all ranges now. He wants a goal, and maybe we saw a spectacular one here from Montero last year. Who's to say he won't repeat that against the Revolution? But you know, maybe 20-25 yards out, his eyes are lighting up at the moment, Ozzy Alonso. Maybe he's due a long-range shot into the top corner, and it'll be spectacular if it happens.
Yep, and you can catch the game on Kong 616 with Arlo White, also on 97.3 Cairo FM. Should be a great one from Gillette Stadium here in Foxboro, Massachusetts. For Arlo White, I'm Matt Gash with SoundersFC.com.
Ah, New York, just the city I was looking for. And I can get there on the 8:15 for not bad. I should buy now. Next up, Yankees tickets.